Back in the summer, I had a brief relationship with a person that I dated. 3 weeks after we broke up, I found out that I was pregnant. Was 35 at the time. I have 2 teenage daughters that go to church here, and it was shocking. I didn't want to embarrass my children. I didn't want to put them through the embarrassment of mom's not married and she's pregnant, and I don't want to be seen with her, and I didn't want to tell people at work. I didn't want to tell my family. I considered abortion. I called the clinics and I asked about price and how much time I would have to take off work, and did I need an appointment? Just the simple questions. In the meantime, I'm driving my child, my oldest teenager, to the Bound for Life for her to get out there and taking her stand against it. And I had always been against abortion anyway. I've always felt like, that it was taking a life, even if it was just a day or 2 into the pregnancy. I sat in the car while she went and did her thing at Tyson Park and on the sidewalk there, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm in this situation. I can't believe I'm sitting here in my car thinking about this right now. I even, in trying to find the humor in it, I was like, gosh, if I did do this, I'd have to wear a disguise and so that my own child would not see me there doing it. I considered it briefly, only because of the shock of, wow, I can't believe this is happening and I'm in this situation. I knew how to prevent pregnancy. I knew how to be responsible, and I knew I wasn't married, and I just couldn't imagine this would ever happen to me, especially at this age. I thought, well, that's what happens to teenagers that aren't mature and don't act responsibly. I did an internet search, and I just pulled up the first adoption agency that came up on the search engine, and I found one here in town. I went to the adoption agency. We talked about my plans and where I was at, and the father of the child was saying that it wasn't his, that I didn't know whose it was, and that he couldn't have children, and to leave him alone. That he didn't want anything to do with me or the baby. I guess in December, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend knew somebody that wanted to adopt a child. Her and her husband have been married 11 years. She had a miscarriage a few years ago and had to have a complete hysterectomy, and now she can't bear any children of her own. We have since developed an amazing relationship. She feels like a sister I've never had. They are both Christians, and I'm really excited about where we're going with this. They want an open adoption, which means that we have an ongoing relationship with the child for the rest of our lives. The main feeling that I get is that I just want people to know to be aware of the way they are ministering to people in everything that they do and say, and touching other people's lives, whether it be in a small way or in a big way. And this will change many lives. They're not just impacting one life, which is the baby, but they're also impacting the siblings and the adoptive parents and the birth family and everybody. And it's just amazing to think about the changes that are going to come from this experience.